Hello, and welcome to Hank and John play FIFA 11. What's the team, John? What are we
Today
playing?
we're going to be contesting El Clasico,
El
a
Classico.
huge fixture in world football. Real Madrid versus Barcelona. They've met 240 times, 241 after tonight. And we're also going to be talking about taxation.
Oh, of course, because it would be boring if we were just playing soccer.
Yeah, because we're a little bit concerned that
Gotta
people...
spice it up with a little bit of politics.
not politics. I don't find politics interesting, but spice it up with talking about taxation and how it works, rather than what kind of taxes make sense in those kind of political conversations.
Okay, well, you do that. I'm gonna be playing soccer.
I'm the blue team, and Hank
Blue.
is a little bit blue, a little bit red, and Hank is the white team. I'm Barcelona. Hank is Real Madrid.
Thank you for the ball.
So Hank, here's something that I did not know when I was.
Oh shoot! Well, you gotta concentrate now. Wow, that was a bad start for Hank Green.
Lionel Messi, the best player in the world.
That did not take long.
No, and no, there was no good.
That's how they do it.
Very little.
Very little discussion of taxation.
taxation.
So here's something. So Lionel Messi is a rich man, right?
Okay.
But let's say, for the sake of argument, that he only makes $1 million a year. In point of fact, he makes $1 million in a couple hours. But let's say he only makes $1 million a year. So, and let's say that his tax rate. Let's say that Lionel Messi is American, which he isn't. And let's say his tax rate is, so of course his tax rate then would be the highest possible tax rate in the United States for federal taxes, which is currently 35%. So what percentage of Lionel Messi's income goes to federal taxes?
This is your kickoff, right?
Yeah,
You know
I'm
that.
asking you a question.
35%, John.
Incorrect. So that's the way most of us think that tax brackets work. But the actual way that tax brackets work is that regardless of who you are, even if you're Lionel Messi, the first $10,000 that you make, or $18,000, whatever, is taxed at 10%, whether you're rich or poor. The next $20,000 you make is taxed. Is taxed at 12.5%, then 15%. So Lionel Messi, if he makes $1 million a year, his actual tax rate is like closer to 31.9% than 35%. So your tax rate is not quite the dramatic event
Right.
that we tend to imagine it as. And I think that ends up really...
So, like, when we drop taxes for poor people, that actually helps him, too.
Exactly. So when we drop taxes for lower and middle income Americans, federal income taxes, Lionel Messi would also benefit. Again, if he were American, which he isn't. That's a great... That's taking the ball out of bounds, though. That's an important part of the game, Hank, is knowing when to dribble the ball out of bounds.
Oh, come on!
So, but not only that, the more interesting thing to me is that this...
Get up! Oh, that was such a wuss pass.
Uh-oh. I'm not going to talk for a second.
Because things are happening.
Oh, you can't,
man.
Hey, the
How do
problem
you
is
get
that you
past?
can't stop David Villa.
How do you get past my defenders?
Well-
I never get past your defenders in the middle. I always have to work my way up the side and then cross.
Well, the other thing, you're like trying to pass and stuff. I'm just dribbling and assuming that you're going to run in the wrong direction. And that's worked out really well for me so far.
What just happened?
Oh, nice
Oh,
job.
well done, sir.
Another thing
Run,
about
run. Get it into goal.
well, let me tell you why David Villa's taxes would not, in fact, or Lionel Messi's taxes would not, in fact, be 31.9%. It's because he would naturally be maxing out his SEP IRA and a number of other tax shelters. So, in fact, his taxable income, if he made $1 million a year, would never be more than, like, say, 850.
Oh, I did it again, John.
So, in fact, I'm sorry, but I'm trying to make a point here. In fact, Lionel Messi's taxes, if he made $1 million a year, would be much closer for almost all people who make $1 million a year. The tax rate is works out to be much closer to about 29%, meaning that the taxes in the United States, they're historically low. Like, our taxes have never been as low as they are now, at least in the 20th or 21st century.
I did it again.
Yeah, you like to dribble out of bounds. See, the goal is actually in the middle. So when you go towards the edges, it's useful only if you then kind of go toward the middle. I'm trying to help you out.
I did at least get the shot.
That's a good job. That's a good job. And it was on goal and everything. So
we're gonna show this. You passing it to me and me.
Yeah, no, you did a nice work with that. It wasn't quite enough because again, the goal's in the middle. You were kind of off to one of the sides. This is actually going about like most El Clasicos go, except in the Jose Mourinho era. So,
Okay.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Are you just like it's all you? Why are you guys faster than my guys? Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
Unnecessary slide tackle and frustration. That's my
Get to the ball.
That's
Why
my
did
patented
you not
move.
do that?
Can I make my point about taxes?
Absolutely.
So not only are so there's a lot of talk about like tax breaks and how Obama's believes in taxes. Obama has significantly, I mean, some of us would argue way too much cut taxes, and in fact, like taxes have never been lower than they are now. But the really important thing to note is that when people tell you that they pay, like wealthy people tell you that they pay 55% of their income in taxes, they're either idiots or they're lying.
What just happened?
That's the end of the first half.
Okay, for halftime. I've got quite a hole to dig myself out of here.
You do. But you have Kaká on your team, who's like arguably the greatest player in the world. Look at that goal.
That was nice. That was nice. That was
Just
nice.
gorgeous.
You're getting way too good at this.
All right, let's start. Let's start the second half here.
Oh, wait.
I'm interested to hear your. Hi, Mom.
Hi, John.
Did you have a question about taxation?
Yeah, I just didn't want to know.
Okay.
Come on, get. Why are there so many of you? That never happens with my guys. There's always just you.
I do have a question about our guy.
Okay.
Tell me again what the big green light means.
Big green light.
Oh, in The Great Gatsby?
Yes.
Well, now we're really changing topics, Mom.
What happened?
You know, like,
Outside.
it's all your hopes and aspirations.
That was
Like
tiny
it's
offsides.
all the things that you want. Well, it's a computer, as you pointed out to me in our first game, so it knows when you're just a little offside. By the way, I wonder if we could have these computers maybe determine offsides in actual soccer games. Good pass, Green. I think I'm actually going to be able to track it down. Give me a corner. Oh. All right, I got my corner. I don't know what to do with these exactly, but I got it. Was it? Did he say not a good corner? 'Cause
Not
that
a
hurts
good corner.
That hurts my feelings. There you go. You're in.
My finger has slipped
I
off
was gonna
the
say.
thing.
I mean, you were in. I don't know what you're doing.
Come on!
Oh, wrong button. That's my favorite mistake. It's wrong button.
Oh my god.
Oh
That's
man.
embarrassing.
No, the only point I wanted to make is that our taxes our income, federal income taxes anyway, are insanely low. And it's important to realize that just because the top marginal tax rate is 35% doesn't mean that anyone in America is actually paying 35%. No one is.
That doesn't seem very fair. Is
Um,
that why we don't have very much money?
It's one of the reasons. It is one of the reasons, but I would say that it's probably not the biggest. Federal income tax, contrary to popular belief, isn't even the biggest item on the federal government ledger in terms of what we take in. The biggest
Really?
thing that we take in is payroll taxes.
Oh.
So, like, you often hear the old saw that 51% of American households don't pay any income tax,
Yes.
which is sort of true, but that's because they pay more in payroll tax than they would pay in income tax. So, like, the vast majority, like, a lot of middle-class people don't. Oh, sorry, I got to shoot here. A lot of middle-class people end up not having income tax liabilities at the end of the year.
Right, because they.
Because they paid
already
a lot
paid
of
it.
payroll tax. Right, exactly.
Okay. So why is payroll different from income tax?
Oh, it's just accounted differently by the government. That was a nice shot, huh?
Yeah. I'm glad you
I like
pushed that
to
button.
loop it in aggressively. So federal income tax is only about 40% of our what the money we take in. You know, a huge thing that we take in, like, and something that we would lose if we stopped being the world's default currency, is that
Did you just slide tackle yourself?
unnecessary slide tackle, double unnecessary slide tackle.
Oh, that was beautiful
That's just
because
great
that was an
keeping.
amazing cross.
Just great keeping.
That was gonna be a goal, like no doubt.
Well, I wouldn't say no doubt. Based on previous
Based on what
experience.
my finger was pushing, I'm pretty sure it was actually the shot button. Dude, to him, everyone, why don't you play soccer?
Oh, Iniesta.
Man,
3-0 Barcelona.
this is not going well for Hank.
In our
Green.
next game, I just need to be a far inferior team. Like you'll be Real Madrid, and I'll be like some team in League 2 in England.
He'll be Angola.
Yeah.
Angola's actually probably too good.
Well, that's also not an option
could
because
start
this
to-
is about club teams. But it's okay. I know you don't know anything about soccer.
I don't know what that means. Yes, well passed.
You know what's funny?
That was bad.
What?
That was bad.
Is that Hank was the better soccer player.
Well,
In
believe
real
it,
life?
believe it or not,
In real
Mal.
life, he was actually a very good soccer player.
Well, I wouldn't say Hank was very good, but I would say that
was a goalie.
I was very, very bad.
I was a goalie,
Yeah.
which
Hank was very
immediately
good.
makes you good.
Right. It's good.
That's proof.
He must have been good. He was the goalie, because they don't put just any 6-year-old back there.
I'm sorry, he was there for a
I
very
was.
long time.
I was.
They put
I was a
them-
good goalie.
You were.
I hated it though.
It's
Nice
a horrible
of them.
job.
Yeah.
It's the worst job on the pitch by far.
You could let me score some goals here.
No, I think I'm gonna go ahead and try to win by the maximum amount possible. That's what my heart says.
Where did you come from, giant man?
Oh,
good
nice
pass, good
unnecessary
pass.
slide tackle.
So, John,
Unnecessary. That was like both of our career moves. Unnecessary slide tackle
And pass it out of
bounds.
yeah. So John,
Yeah.
on a next
Oh.
episode, can we talk about Huntsman's statement about the E EPA?
Ma, I don't like talking about politics. I only like to talk about facts.
Oh, can you talk about the importance of the E EPA?
Did I just lose the game?
I will talk in a future, but the game is over, and I have won.
And so he probably wants to gloat now
And
and talk about the EPA.
El Classico has gone El Awesome Leo.
That was good Spanish.
Dankuvel. Thanks for joining us for another exciting episode of Hank and John Play FIFA 11.
You will not see us, and we will not see you, but you will hear us next time.
And we won't be talking about taxes. We'll be talking about what? Star Trek versus Star Wars?
Sure.
Star Trek versus Star Wars.
Okay. I'll have more to say on that topic.
Goodbye.